good evening, and welcome to Tea Time.
Everybody, it's tea time. That's right, it's Monday night. Thank you for joining me tonight. It is February 10th. I'm going to talk about my weekend and then get to my guest real quick. As you can see, he's not in studio with me. I'm a little disappointed, but he's in LA and I'm so glad he's joining me tonight. Okay, so Friday, what I do? Friday night, it's going to be Pick A, please. I went to this place called Let's Craft, and it was so much fun. So we made vision boards, and the last time I made a vision board was like 7 years ago, and a couple of things on my vision board came true. Thank you, Carmine. And the next pick is us. So the woman who owns it, unfortunately, is not in the picture. She actually took the picture. Her name's Carrie Vetti, and to the left of me is Kristen Tinsley, my girl Kristen Tinsley, who is a comic and a psychic medium too. And that's not actually my vision board. That's just a board that I grabbed because I wasn't done with mine. And then to the left of me, or to the right of me, as you could see, is a great person named Liz Fiore. And then next to her on the other side is Franny Wright. And we had a really, really good time. Thank you, Carmine. So it's in the Sauce Mall. It's called Let's Craft. Check it out, because other than vision boards, they have anything you could imagine for every holiday to make. It's so much fun. And we had a good time. It was just a good time. Saturday, what I do Saturday, I actually watched a comedy special, which I'm going to talk to my guest about. And it was really, really good. I enjoyed it. And really prepping for the show tonight, and also going over lines because I'm filming a movie this week that I'm very excited about. And then Sunday, yesterday's laundry day because we all need clean underwear. And it was the Super Bowl. Hello. So congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, I'm so happy. I knew they were going to win, but I didn't think it was going to be that much of a blowout. But very, very, very excited. So I was at my sister's in Dix Hills. Had a little fresh mozz and tomato. Had a little Genoa salami, had a little piggies in a blanket, and I bought shrimp cocktail. So it was great. All right, so that was my weekend. So let me mention Murdered by the Mob. There I am as Bunny. That's right. We're doing Murdered by the Mob this Saturday on the 15th at the Iron Bar. It's like going to an Italian wedding. Someone gets whacked. You got to figure it out. You eat, you sing, you dance, you drink. It's very interactive. Thank you, Carmine. And it's a lot of fun. And if you can't make it this show, go to murderedbythemob.com for all our upcoming shows. We have one March 1st and one March 15th. And if you come up to me, say hi. Just look for me with a blonde wig on. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So I'm going to introduce my guest now. He's in the waiting room. He's an actor, he's a producer, he's a director, he's a writer, and he's a comedian. And we have a lot of friends in common in the acting world and in the comedy world. So please welcome Rich Grosso.
Hello, hi.
Hi.
Howdy, thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining me from still sunny, beautiful LA there, because it's still daylight out.
It is.
So listen, I want, first of all, I want to put up the pic of, that one. Thank you, because I have to give shout out to our friend Joe LaPerna, who's a dear mutual friend of ours, who said to me, I've got this friend, you should have him on the show. He's great. He acts, he does comedy. So thank you, Joe LaPerna, who is watching tonight.
He better be. He better be.
Oh, he is. He is.
Joey's my ride or die. He's my ride or die.
So listen, I want everyone to get to know you. You and I spoke briefly, but I want to get to know you better as well. You're in LA now, but you're originally from Paterson, New Jersey, right?
Yes. Born in Paterson, New Jersey. Yeah.
And then you moved to Jackson, New Jersey. You stayed there. I have to say, you were a freaking adorable little kid. Look how cute you are. Look how cute.
Oh man, where'd you get that?
Oh my God, freaking adorable. That's all I'm saying.
I still have that bear.
And I have also another pic underneath. You played Little League?
Played Little League. We sucked. And I was the worst
right
of all.
Curly hair. I see you.
There I am. Yeah, right in the middle.
You were like what, like a 10 or 11 there?
I was about 11. Yeah, 10 or 11. Yeah, 11. It was 11. I just moved to Jackson from Patterson there. Yeah.
That's so cool, really. So you go to Jackson Memorial High School, and then what did you do? Like I know that when you were in school, all right, so you played sports a little bit, but then all of a sudden your English teacher realized that you can sing, and she put you in a musical. She put you in Godspell. Yeah,
kind of what happened was my sister, who's 14 years my senior, was going for her master's degree in theater in Jersey at Fairleigh Dickinson. And her curriculum was she had to see all these Broadway plays. So at 8, 9 years old, I was her +1. And, Patterson, even though it was right next to New York, at that age, it might have been a million miles away. So she turned me to the theater. I fell in love with the theater. She would buy me all the soundtracks if it was a musical. And where I kind of lived in Jackson, it wasn't like all that cultured back then. So I kind of had to kind of be in the closet about the whole, I wanted to like sing and dance, because you get your butt handed to you, and back then. Anyway, so finally my senior year, I had enough street cred that I come out of the closet and I wanted to do this play. It was the first play I ever saw, ever, and they were doing it my senior year. I could sing. The teacher put me in it. I stole the show, and the bug bit me, and that's kind of how it started for me.
Wow. And then you went on to do like a lot of regional productions, local.
Yeah, regional, community theater, regional. I did it. Yeah, I knocked around community college. I did a few plays, not many, maybe about a half a dozen after that. And then I kind of went out into the world, and I never really went to college, except for maybe a semester of junior college. But I went out in the world, and I went to work. And so I left that whole side. I left the whole acting thing behind me.
You did. You actually moved to Freeport in the Bahamas. You were a casino dealer?
Yeah, well, prior to that, I was about 5 years in Atlantic City. 4 or 5 years in Atlantic City.
You were in AC, Atlantic City.
I worked at the Golden Nugget in Atlantic City.
Right.
And then that got me a job in the Bahamas. I lived in Freeport for about, not quite 2 years, about 18 months, and I was a dealer there.
Yeah, but how much fun was that?
Oh, my God.
It's like working in paradise.
It was really cool. It was like a vacation every day. I did learn something interesting about myself, though. As much as I was in paradise, like I've always kind of been a city mouse, and I lasted about 18 months. I really kind of got bored, because it's a very slow life. It's a very slow life, and beautiful.
Did you have a lot of friends and family come visit you?
Yeah. I mean, friends, absolutely. That year and a half, I had my sister came, and a bunch of guys from AC came that I were friends with. Yeah.
Cool. And then all of a sudden, you decided in 1988 to move to LA.
Yeah. Well, prior to that, after the Bahamas, I went back to Jersey.
Right.
I worked for my cousin at his delicatessen.
Deli, right? In
Wyckoff, New Jersey. I worked at the Wyckoff Delicatessen for my cousin Frank. And I wanted a little creative outlet. I used to do the acting a million years ago. And I started taking some classes at HB Studios in New York, where my first teacher, Michael Beckett, that's where I met Joe LaPerna. It was my first acting class. I don't know about Joey. And I kind of got interested, and I asked some kid, hey, if I wanted to do this for real, how would I go about it? He was very kind and, taught me about headshots and Backstage Magazine and how to audition. And I literally went out on one audition, and it was a musical. It was an original play off Broadway called Slasher, the Splatter Rock Musical, and I got a small part, and it ran 2 years in New York.
Wow.
And after that closed, that brought me to LA in 1988. Yeah.
So how hard was it to make that decision to like pretty much leave your life and your family and your friends here for LA? And did you know anyone there that you like?
Yes, I did. I have two sisters. One's 15 years older than me. One's 14 years older than me.
Oh,
The one that kind
wow.
of turned me on to theater and stuff is still in Jersey. And I have another sister that was out there like since she was 18. Not that I stayed with her or anything, but I did have and she had a daughter. So I had some family out there.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah. So I went out there to pursue an acting career. You know what it was? I left New York because I was a singer. I was doing musicals, and I'm 5'5", I'm 5'5", and a heavy
You're
set
vertically
guy.
challenged like me. I'm
And I
vertically
wasn't.
challenged too.
Look, I had an actor say, you're no Broadway dancer. You should go out to LA and do sitcom. So that's kind of why I went out there, because I didn't think I could make it in the theater in New York, which in retrospect was probably BS, but I believed them, and it brought me to LA. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a pic. I have a pic of you singing, which we could show. There you are singing.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, I kind of front baby boomer rock bands once in a while, in my spare time. I mean, I never really made a dollar singing rock and roll, but I do it for fun. Yeah.
No, but you have a very nice voice because I've heard you sing.
Oh, thank you.
You put out some videos. You're like, I'm bored, and
Yeah.
you do a little Billy Joel, and you do
That
a
was
little.
during COVID. Yeah, that was during COVID. We were all sequestered.
Yeah.
And I was singing and putting it out on yeah.
I have your first headshot. H. Let's put that up. There you go.
Oh God, what a cutie!
Oh boy, where did the years go, Rich?
Dude, I missed that waistline.
It's that dimple. That dimple.
It's still there, I think. I don't know.
It's there. It's there. I see it. I see it.
Amongst the ripples of fat, it's there.
I see it. Yeah, so you did study, you did a lot of things. In LA though, what did you do in between finding work? Because I know that there was a time when you did open your own restaurant.
Yeah, that was years. That was a long time after. I got there in '88, and I was waiting tables. I was just waiting tables most of the time. I delivered this paper called The Recycler for a while. I catering gigs, bartend, whatever. I mean, whatever I could do, I did. And
Right.
like most of us, I was in acting class, and I was trying to get that SAG card. In the beginning, you don't have the greatest agents in the world that have the most clout, but they took you out and they were willing to submit you, and
You even when you were out there, you even drove a limo, right?
that was later on in life. That was much later on in life. That was like no, you skipped a lot. It's like that's like the last thing I did. That's like the last thing I did.
You did right before you got back into it?
What?
I said that was the last thing you did right before you got back into it? Because you had a friend tell you you had left acting a little bit and then you went back to it, no?
Yeah, kind of was I was doing the whole waiter thing, and I got married. I had a child, and the kid very picky. She didn't want to be homeless. Really, yeah. Anyway, she so I quit show business altogether, cold turkey, and I opened a restaurant. I opened my own restaurant.
You opened it Giovanni's.
Name in memory of my late father. And
Yes.
I
have a pic of you and your dad. If we can put that up, that would be lovely. You and your dad, F and G. It was F, yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
And then one later on.
Yeah, that was at my sister's second wedding.
Priceless. Priceless. You named it after your dad. And you actually, did you sing there as well?
Yeah, at the restaurant on weekends. We brought in a band on the weekends, and I'd be in the kitchen all day sweating my butt off. And I would come out of the kitchen 9, 10 at night after it slowed down. And I'd sing with these guys all night till like 2 a.m. Yeah.
Wow.
And we did that on a baby boomer rock and roll and stuff, But yeah, so I did the restaurant thing. I never thought I would return to show business ever again. Got divorced, and marriage number two wasn't even doing that great at the time, and I was really burnt out and didn't know what to do with my life. My daughter was grown and didn't need me anymore, and a buddy of mine suggested, he goes, "Hey, you used to be a pretty good actor back in the day. Why don't you give that a shot?" And I was like, "I don't know, man. That business kind of rode me hard and put me away wet the first time." And only like a buddy from the East Coast could do. They always, we always tell each other the truth, And he's like, "Dude, you're old and fat now. You'll work." And and yeah, so I dipped my toe back in. I got back with my agent that I left in the 90s. He's still my agent to this day. He's now a manager, but still represents me to this day, Brandon. And I started working, and he was right. Like, I started working immediately. Like, I was making more money as an actor in my 50s than I ever did when I was younger, or I ever made in the restaurant business.
Wow.
I was like really doing great in the beginning. I like took off like it was like a gun. And so I got rid of the restaurant. Eventually, wife number two and I didn't work out. And here's this old man that nobody needed me anymore. I just had to take care of myself. I didn't have any more responsibility. And the old guy's like chasing his dreams again. And
it's like
I never thought I'd get a second chance at it. I never thought I'd get another bite at the apple. So I don't take it for granted. I treasure every minute I get to chase this crazy thing and to do my art. And it's not even about work. You mentioned limo. My side hustle now is I'm a limo driver. That's what I do in between gigs now. So that's what I do when I'm not working as an actor.
I get it. Well, listen, we're going to take my first break. You're going to stay right there. When we come back, I think you have like a Harvey Keitel story about that, right?
I have a pretty good Harvey Keitel story.
All right, so don't go away. We'll be right back after these messages.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
Well, hi there, Theresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Tea Time on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Theresa. Bye.
I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. Actor, producer, director, writer, comedian, Rich Grosso's with me tonight. Welcome back, Rich.
Thank you.
There he is. Yay! So again, thank you, Joe LaPerna, for connecting us. So in between gigs, you mentioned limo, and tell me about Harvey Keitel.
Okay, Well, it was before COVID. It was 2019. I was working at the limo company, and they said, "Hey, you're driving Harvey Keitel." It was only supposed to be for a day, and I had the limo already. I mean, when I say limo, it's just a town car. It's not a stretch limo. Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so he gets in the car. He goes, and I have all the stuff in the front seat because everybody sits in the back, right? So he goes, "I don't know. I don't sit in the back." He goes, "Move that shit." He goes, "Put it in the back." So he sat shotgun with me. And we're driving around. I'm taking him where he needs to go. He was out for the SAG Awards for The Irishman. He was out for the Academy Awards for The Irishman. And we were like, I mean, he was such a beautiful man. It was like fast friends. Like, it was like, first of all, as an actor, I know you're an actor, just hanging out with the guy was like being in a master class.
Yeah.
It was like, it was just amazing to be with him. And he was just, but he wanted to know about me just as much as I wanted to know about him. So it was almost like he treated me almost like an equal. Like he wanted to. So anyway, so the one day turned into like a whole week. He wanted me to be his driver.
Wow.
So I was his driver all week.
Right.
And we became, kind of, like buds in the car. And because he knew about me, he knew I started in musical theater, and he knew I sang. And he said, you know what, Richie, he says, I can't really sing, but if I ever could sing, the musical I'd want to do and the character I want to play. I was like, who? And he goes, I wanted to be Alfred P. Doolittle in My Fair Lady. Right? I can't write this, right? Nobody would believe it, right? Right? You think he'd say Guys and Dolls or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I go, you want to, I go, well, I played Alfie. He goes, you played Doolittle. Total Cartel. You played Doolittle. Yeah. When? 2017 up in Thousand Oaks. He goes,
yeah.
You're the guy that got to sing Get Me to the Church on Time? I go, yeah. Now, we're out on the street. We're like by the Beverly Center in LA. You don't know LA, but it's like a Beverly and La Cienega, a big intersection. And there's people think they notice, they see Harvey Keitel, but nobody's walking up to him. But they're hearing us. And he goes, sing it. And I'm like, what? He goes, sing the song. And I'm like, I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Right? So then he starts yelling at me. He goes, no, 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 no. Now everybody's staring. He's yelling at me. He goes, the accent. Do it with the Cockney accent.
Oh.
I go, oh, I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are going to chime. Right? So I do like a whole chorus of this. Everybody starts clapping. He looks at me and goes, oh, Richie, if I could sing like you, I would have been famous. Totally set me up. Totally set me up.
Oh my God, that is so funny. I also have to say that just to throw it out there, you've also done voiceover work. You've done quite a bit. You did Kia, FedEx, 24-Hour Fitness, Chase Bank, the HGTV Smart Home Sweepstakes. Everyone knows that.
I did some, that stuff's on my voiceover.
How much fun is that? Because I've done some voiceover work, and it's a lot of fun. Hello? Hello? Ah, I think we lost his signal. All right, you know what? We're going to try to get Rich back. This is what happens sometimes when you go virtual. Let's, I don't know. Should we go to a break, Carmine? What should we do? We want to play a clip? All right, listen. You know what we'll do? Rich will come back on. So you know what? I'm going to mention some stuff while we try to get him back on.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
There he is. We got him. Hey.
I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. I switched to my phone. Sorry about that. Anyway,
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. We got you back. I just want to go over some more. We were talking about the voiceover stuff, which is great. It's fun. I've done it. It's a lot of fun. But I want to just mention some things that I have here because we have to talk about, your movie, and I want to get some stuff first.
All right. All right.
In 1991, you did Eddie Dodd, which was a TV series with Treat Williams, which was amazing. And then 1995, you did Moving Picture, which was a short. You also did Nine Ball, which is actually, you produced it, and it's on Tubi now, right? So if someone wants to watch it, they can watch it. Okay, I think he froze again. Oh, Rich, when you're in New York, I'm going to have to put your butt next to me in this chair. All right, so listen, I'm just going to continue because I want to get everything in. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
okay,
I got you.
Great. So I was mentioning Nine Ball. Nine Ball is on Tubi. It's on Tubi.
It's on Tubi. It's also, you can rent it or buy it on Amazon Prime, and it's on Tubi for free with commercials. Yes.
Right. And you did also... you did 1998, you did Godzilla with Matthew Broderick. You did Everybody Loves Raymond, which was a hysterical scene. And it goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And then you did something called See Dad Run, which was a TV series with Scott Baio. We're going to play the video. Let's go to that video. Thank you.
Evan, this is genius. Hey, David. Hey, guy from my show. I'm sorry, this is embarrassing. I forgot your name.
It's Guy.
Oh, well, then I did remember.
Yes, Guy from Props.
Yeah.
He's here to make your time in the woods a little more comfortable.
For starters, I rigged an electronic bug zapper that goes around the entire campsite, boss.
And Guy'll have your electric massage pad powered up in a second.
What guy?
Me. You guy. You're my kid's godfather. No problem.
It's great. How much fun was that?
It was pretty cool. It was very cool. Absolutely.
A lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Well, Scott's the one that actually told me I should get back into acting. So he was the one that actually suggested I get back into acting. Yeah.
That's great. No, that's great. And then you went on to do Pick J, please. You did Two Broke Girls. There you are.
I did. Yeah.
You did. Thank you. You also did something called, which is Pick K. You did, which I Internet Gangsters. Now, unfortunately, I can't show a clip because we go to cable and there's a lot of profanity, but it's a 6-minute. You can go and watch this. Okay. I freaking loved it. It was hysterical. It's so good. It really is. And that was, with,
Eddie Alfano. Eddie Alfano wrote it and started it with me. And they can actually find that on my website, richgrosso.com. They can watch it there.
Yeah, which I want to tell everyone that you can find Rich on Facebook under Rich Grosso, Rich Grosso 61 on Instagram, and you could also go richgrosso.com. But yeah, it's all over. But watch it. It's 6 minutes. That's all it is. It's 6 minutes. It's very funny. It's well written. I have to say I did enjoy it immensely. I really did. You did something called The Assassins, the Assassin's Code, which you produced.
I was a co-producer on it because I was on the early stages of development on it. But that was like my kind of big break back into show business. Like I was in Cleveland shooting it for a month. Bunch of great guys, a great crew. David Armstrong directed, Edward Lee Cornett wrote, and Valerie Grant wrote. It was a great experience. It was like I like to joke because there was a lot of celebrity, like a lot of name working actors in it, and me. And the joke was I was the only guy I didn't recognize on set. You know.
Oh my God, that's great. In 2018, you got to work with someone who I had on the show only a couple of months ago, Dan Lauria. If you just want to put that pickup comment, I think it's at the very end, if I'm not mistaken. Dan's in bed. Yeah, there it is. But I watched the clip and it was very, very funny. It was also very funny and I enjoyed it. But thank you for that. But I just wanted to give a shout out to Dan so I could send him.
Dan's the best. Well, it's funny because it was like this whole 2-minute scene. It was very quick, but he was supposed to be dead through the whole thing.
Yes.
So his eyes are closed. So in between takes, he goes, "It sounded good." He couldn't say.
It was great. In 2019, you did Miracle Workers with Daniel Radcliffe. We have a video.
That was cool. Let's
play that real quick.
I see one of them now.
What is it?
You got feral children. Oh, we get this a lot. Orphans abandoned by society. They grow into primitive warriors. They like to sneak into your home, eat your sweets, play with your toys, that sort of thing.
Is there anything we can do?
Oh, yeah, easy fix. What I do is I take this flute, I play it, it hypnotizes the children, and I lead them out of town. But I gotta warn you, it's expensive.
I don't know if it's worth it. They're just kids, after all. Unless you are scared of things that go bump in the night. There's one on your foot. What? No. Okay, yeah, no, we can do it. We'll do the flute thing.
Great. I'll get to work then.
He couldn't have. He was a gentleman. He couldn't have been nicer. He couldn't have been nicer. Yeah.
No, it's so cool when they're nice and they're humble, and down to earth. It just makes it so much easier. Same year, because you were busy in 2019. You did Sunnyside, which we have a video for that too, which we're going to play.
With Cal Penn, yes.
What do you mean great view of the city? Staten Island's in New York City.
No, I know.
If nobody took the garbage, it would pile up. There's nobility in that.
Why now?
You weren't the most hardworking councilman. No, that's true. My career was a bit of a dumpster fire.
We're trying to put him out. There's too many dumpsters next to each other.
Hey, councilman, it's okay.
If that look
I was playing a councilman from Staten Island. It was, yeah, and we were supposed. The joke was we're very touchy about all the dumpster fires that were happening in Staten Island, and he goes, "Yeah, my career was a bit of a flip." Yeah, I got mad at him.
2020, you did Young Sheldon. You did The Madams, which was a mini series. You did Shameless, and you also did the same year. Well, 2021, you did Paperboy, which is also something you produced as well, right?
Paperboy?
Did I write it down right? It says it's I'm sorry, Paper Bag? Is it Paper
Oh,
Bag?
Paper Bag was a short film that I directed. I was not in it. I directed Paper Bag. It was a short film that I directed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was you produced it. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. I did produce it and I directed it as well. But I was not in it as an actor. I was not in it.
We have one last video from Shameless. Let's take a look.
My favorite Vice detective.
You know I had to bring you some dogs from downtown for later. Extra relish, extra celery sauce.
You gentlemen are heroes. I can never make it all the way downtown to get these. How do these fine machines treating you?
She-Ride's just a little rough, but tell me what the story is on that Viper over there.
I need a few days before I can let you take that one.
What's wrong with it?
Belonged to a parks commissioner accused of embezzling city funds. Blew his brains out in the front seat. Still a mess on a dashboard.
Oh, wait, so you guys just come here and take whatever you want?
You got anything new?
Glad you asked. I've been able to squirrel away a few things for you gents. Act now before it's logged as evidence.
They always got the Italians on the take. Why is that? Why is that?
I know, right? I have no idea. Why is that? I don't know. They're giving us some kind of stigma over there. I don't know what they're doing. Listen, we're going to take another break. I want everyone to stay where they are, please. I have so much more to talk to Rich about, including his movie, his baby that he's been working on, and it's out now, and it's a great Valentine's Day movie. So we're going to be back after this. Don't go away.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
How you doing? It's Sal the Voice Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Theresa Farrell, Tea Time with Theresa Farrell. And make sure you follow Theresa on Facebook, Tea Time with Theresa Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Tea Time. I'm with Rich Grosso. He's an actor, producer, writer, director, and a comedian. And there he is from LA.
Here I am.
Listen, I just want to make sure with everything going on in LA that, everything's okay where you are.
Look, a lot of people were devastated. A lot of people lost their homes. And there's no, the news tends to over dramatize things and make things look worse than they are. But the images you guys saw out there, they didn't need to fake it. It was pretty bad out here. I mean, look, I didn't lose a home, but I got friends that, I got one buddy who lost a house. He goes, you understand, my block is gone, not my house, my block, the whole, So, but, hey, we're strong and we're going to recover and we're going to come together and we got to carry on, but yeah, thank you for mentioning that. And
video that you posted about the tree falling and like just missing the house, like that was
that was my neighbor. It crashed on my neighbor's house, but nobody got hurt, thank God. It was tough. And it's going to take years to rebuild. I mean, the fires are gone and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
it's going to take years for people to kind of get their lives back. So thank you for bringing that up. It means a lot. Thank you.
All right. Well, we're all still praying because it's just horrific. All right. So before we get to your movie, I just want to mention that you did also do 911 Lone Star, which was a series with Rob Lowe. You also did Bookie, which was a TV series with
currently a TV series. Currently, yeah.
TV series. Sebastian Maniscalco was in it, and Ray Romano, and Charlie Sheen, and Omar J. Dorsey, and it's fabulous.
Yeah, the Chuck Lorre series. Yeah.
Yes, and okay. So before we talk about Don't Say It. What I watched Saturday night, which I mentioned on Tubi, which everyone can watch also, is called the High School Reunion Stand-Up Comedy Show. And it's you and Frank Del Pizzo and Eric Potts. And the three of you go back to Jersey and decide to put on a comedy show.
The night before our high school reunion, we went to high school together, and we all became comics.
Yes.
Coincidentally, so we do this show. It's true. We do this show the night before our high school reunions, and we paid, and we said, we should just tape this, and we taped it, and then the filmmaker, was let's go back to the high school, the literal high school, with our iPhones and stuff, and let's shoot some B-roll, and then so we did that, and it's very kind of documentary style in between the sets. And all that stuff, we're flashing back to high school, and we're walking around the hallways and reminiscing, and it's kind of cool.
Great.
It's kind of cool.
Great.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was very, very funny. You could watch it on Tubi if anyone wants to watch it. So let's talk about your baby. We have to talk about this baby of yours that you birthed and labored over. It's a movie that you wrote and you produced. And it's called Don't Say It. And we're going to show the you, please. Let's show the poster for that. You. Yes, there it is. Thank you very much.
Thank God I don't have the same shirt on.
Tell me. So tell me and tell everyone about Don't Say It.
Don't Say It is a script I wrote over COVID. It was loosely based on my life. I got it. That was my first screenplay ever. And it was good, but it wasn't great. And I think it deserved to be great. So my dear friend who also acted in the film, PJ Moreno, and we wrote a few drafts together, and really now it was snapping. And then my dear friend Jessica Abrams came on and helped do a polish with PJ and I. And we did it such a micro budget. I had no money to pay people. So I said, well, let's just get equal writing credit. We all did this. This is the script it is because of all of us. I don't care who did what, who did this. So there's 3 writers on it. It's me, PJ, and Jessica. And because I was playing my first kind of real leading role where I didn't even know if I could carry a film, I made the choice of not wanting to direct myself, and we brought on the amazing Stephen Ward, and it was his first movie first feature. He's done a bunch of stuff. Came out of the commercial world. He did a bunch of commercials. He did music videos, stuff like that. But this was his first feature film. Man, it's this labor of love. We did it for 3 cents, and everybody worked for free and rolled up their sleeves, and it did great in the festivals. It was in the theater. It was one of the things. It was considered for an Oscar for Best Original Song. We didn't come close, but Best Original Song, we got on a list of about 80 songs. And now it's out. It's out, and people can rent it or buy it. And it's a great feel-good kind of Valentine's type movie anyway. So good timing.
Yeah. We have pick V, please, is you. And Tony Dennison?
No, that is Joe Pacheco, who plays my brother. And Joe is an amazing Broadway pedigree.
Joe Pacheco, yes. Yeah.
And he plays my brother in that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the next pick is with Tony. Yes. And
no, that one is Joe and his. Oh
my God! Wait, let me put on my glasses.
But that's his lovely better half, Gene Smart.
Gene Smart. How did that happen with Gene Smart?
They go out. they're dating. I think I'm allowed to say that. I mean, she went to the Golden Globes and the Emmys with him. So they're dating, and she came to our world premiere, and she came to the theater, and she couldn't have been lovelier. And she said she loved the film. And then she cried during this one scene, and then she saw it again a week later in the theater. I go, do you still have the same opinion of the movie? She goes, Rich. She goes, I saw it coming, and I still cried. So she loved our film. Which an amazing actor like that. I mean, she's royalty. That she loved our film, which just blew me away. It doesn't get any better than that.
The last one is you and the cast, so you can go over everybody in it.
Oh my God! Okay, here we go.
So now let's say who's in that pick now.
Okay, here we go. That's Stephen Ward, the director. Joe Pacheco, who played my brother. That's Stuart Fracken, who played the newscaster, which you will wet yourself. He is so funny in this thing. And he also acts as executive producer. That's me. That's the amazing Victoria Kelleher, who plays my love interest and pretty much stole the freaking movie. She's so amazing. She has a long career. She's been on The Offer. I mean, Friends, you name it. Next to her is the lovely Maria Paris, who plays my ex-wife. Right. And there's many more people, but that's just who's in that picture. And we swept the Studio City Film Festival. We had 6 nominations and won all 6 awards.
Wow.
And then we went on to Philly for the First Glance Film Festival in Philadelphia. We were nominated for 5 awards and took home 2 awards, one of them being the Audience Choice Award. Nice. So that was like the big award. So yeah.
Philly, right? September, you in Philly.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, you ran in the theater for a week, like 3 times.
3 times a day, 7 days. Yeah. It was in Pasadena. We were at a theater at the Landmark Pasadena. It was a little art house theater. Yeah.
Nice. Very, 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 very nice. I just want to see what else what are the picks? If I skipped any, we basically mentioned most of them and we saw the videos. So
yeah, well, you didn't show a picture, but you mentioned Tony Dennison's in this.
I'm sorry.
Well, Tony, that's okay, but Tony is, he's amazing. I mean, he was a Crime Story back in the '90s, and he had 2 hit series. He was on The Closer.
He plays your therapist.
He plays my therapist, yeah, and he's absolutely brilliant. Tony plays a lot of cops and robbers, and this was like this real kind of pedigree from New York, but pedigree therapist, a side of him that we don't get to see. As an actor, not that he couldn't do it, but he just usually doesn't get that opportunity, and he did it, and he just knocked it out of the park, and like everybody is like so wonderful in this cast. It was just really easy to work with everybody. So yeah.
So how long did it take you to shoot?
We shot this with permission from SAG during the strike, and we shot in 15 days. Over the strike. I wanted to do it during the strike because I knew everybody kind of worked for free, and I knew everybody was available. Everybody was home, cast and crew. Everybody was home. Yes. It was like you want to go shoot a movie or clean your garage. So people would come and help out. And
perfect timing.
Yeah, so we shot it in 15 days. We moved, man. We shot. We started in September. We were done this was September of 23. We were done. We had a friends and family screening January of 24. And then 1 year later, boom, we're streaming, all over, United States and Canada today. People can rent or buy the film and everywhere, pretty much everywhere. If they go to my website, well, not my website. If they go to the movie's website, don'tstayatmovie.com, it says everywhere it's streaming. It's on Amazon Prime. It's on Google TV. It's on Fandango TV. It's on Microsoft TV. It's on Hoopla. It's on DirecTV. It's on Dish. A lot of the local cable companies that provide a place for you to rent or buy movies. A lot of them will have it as well. So even your local cable provider, check it out. It may be there, but if not, it's on. It's on Prime. It's on all the big streamers right now.
You wrote it, produced it, starred in it. How long did it take you to write it?
I wrote it over. I wrote my first million drafts over COVID. So that was pretty much 2019, 2020, and then we kind of came out of the COVID, and then PJ jumped on. Like I said, did about 5 drafts together. And Jessica and PJ and I kind of took it home. I'd like to say without those guys, they made a good script great. I couldn't have did it without them. You know.
Wow. That's amazing. It really is. Well, you know what? We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to show the trailer.
You're not scaring me with a good time.
So don't go away. We'll be back.
All right.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
Doc, who's the best comedian you know?
Theresa Farrell.
And who's the best actress you know?
Theresa Farrell.
And who's the best cast member in Bad Boys?
Theresa Farrell.
Who's got the best radio?
Theresa Farrell.
Doc, who's your favorite guinea?
Theresa Farrell.
Who are you loving right now?
Theresa Farrell.
All right, Doc, I love you too, baby.
Love you as always.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Tea Time. Yeah, Doc. I love him. Hopefully I'm going to get him back on the show, because I did have him on the show virtually, but hopefully I'm hoping to get him back in studio. Carmine, hint, hint. Yeah, so let's bring back Rich. He's an actor. He's a comedian. He's a writer. He's a producer. The man does it all. Rich Grosso. I'm just so thrilled. You know, there are no accidents in life. That's how I feel. And I'm glad that Joe connected us. Joe LaPerna, shout out to Joe LaPerna again, connected us. I love everything you do. I watched a lot of what you've done, and I think you're very, very talented. You're very natural.
You definitely did your homework. You definitely did your homework.
I definitely do. I mean, there's so much. There's so much on you. Before we show the clip, though, I want to put up a few pics that I did skip over. And the first one I want to put up is M Please, because that is you with Bobby. And that's Eric, right?
That's Eric Potts, who was in the special. And that's, the great Bobby Collins. We both opened for him at a theater in Jersey when I was here shooting.
So I'll make sure I send this to him. Thank you. And I want to put up, you have to tell me about this pic real quick. N, it's you and Gary Marshall.
Yeah, I met Gary Marshall on Scott Baio's show, See Dad Run, because the late, great Gary was, his son was directing that episode. Scott. His son, Scott Marshall, was directing me, and Gary came to set. And Gary was such a sweetheart. He brought me in on 3 different things. I never wound up getting cast, but like the guy was like bringing me in on stuff because he wanted to work, and it just never came to fruition. But it was just an honor to even know the man. He was a terrific man. Yeah.
Legend. And then tell me about P, because I actually I didn't speak to him. We've been texting, trying to get him on the show, but he turned me down.
Yeah, I did an episode of AP Bio with Patton Oswalt. Great guy, awesome guy.
Yeah. Oh, and let's do L. Tell me about L with Gary Busey. How'd that happen?
I was at a comedy club doing a set, and his wife was a comic. So we were on the same show. Gary's in the front row, and the first 3 comics bomb because everybody's staring at Gary Busey and not addressing the elephant in the room, right? So I walk up, I'm number 4, and they say, "Hey, you've seen this guy on Two Broke Girls, blah, blah, blah. Welcome, Rich Grosso." I walk on stage and go, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm no actor. Here's an actor, Academy Award nominee, Gary Busey. Now that's an actor." Everyone give it up for Gary. Everyone clapped. They got their mind off of Gary, looked at me. I killed. I had a great set. That's
it. That's what you do.
And he came backstage and we hung out. He was a great guy. He's a good guy. Interesting guy.
Oh, I'm sure he is. All right, so let's set this up. Introduce your clip.
Okay, you're showing the trailer?
Trailer, yeah, the trailer.
Okay. Well, Pat Leone, two ships that pass in a night. They both had some hard winners. They're in their 50s. The world has dealt them a lot, and last thing they were probably looking for was love. And they met, and they took it real slow. And it was one of these like, it was like people, not me, but people have compared it to kind of like a modern day Harry Met Sally, where it's like, and not that I'm no Nora Ephron. Those people were amazing, but it had some modern day sensibilities about it too. It's like a Harry Met Sally for older people. I like to joke and say it's when Harry left Sally. It's like it's like because you just see these people, warts and all. We've all had some hard winners, and you see these people for who they are. But it's a story of second chances. It's a story of you're never too old to rock and roll. You're never too old to find love, find your art, find your craft, whatever you love, whatever you're passionate about. It's never too late to do that. That's kind of what the film's about. So.
Let's play it. Don't say it.
So Pat, lady wants an Italian chicken but can't eat garlic. Any recommendations?
Burger King.
What is it that you really want?
I want my supper club.
You tried that. It cost you your house, your family, every dime you ever had.
Tell her how you lost Dina's college fund.
You jumped from scheme to scheme. You're like a kid. Any more hang-ups?
Yeah. Food, booze. Hello?
I'm talking about the phone calls.
Hello? Hello? It's not my daughter.
Suppose it was Dina on the phone. What would you say to her?
Dina, honey, if this is you, I'm really sorry that I wasn't the father that you deserve to have. Oh, and if this isn't Dina, I just want you to know I'm quite happy with my current auto insurance.
You ever wonder if you made a different choice in your 20s, what your life might be like now? Oh, and 2 decafs. Perfect answer.
This just in, Laura Doyle of Reseda wallows in the disappointment of the person she wanted to be versus the person she's become.
I do not.
What is your idea of a good time?
So the guy says, no, I can't. They're all at the funeral.
You need a ride? I have a pickup truck.
I'm sure you do.
Gary, did you meet my girlfriend? This is...
Laura.
Laura. I don't mean to sound forward, but what are you doing later?
That's 100% forward. I am going to get my Italian chicken on.
Ooh, is that like boomer code for sex?
Ew, no. I'm happy alone. Can we still be friends?
Yeah, I would still like to be your friend.
I really don't want to end up like you.
Why do you even like me?
Could I say something?
Not yet.
I don't want to end up like me either.
You keep saying women are full of surprises.
Yeah.
Then be surprised.
Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Don't just say it.
I love it.
Go watch it for Valentine's Day. It's a good date movie.
There you go. If you don't want to go out, right? You just stay in and watch it. Just get some popcorn, something to drink, and just watch it. I unfortunately I haven't seen the whole thing, but I am going to, and I'm going to enjoy it like everybody else has.
Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you for.
We have 2 minutes. What's coming up next for you, my friend?
Well, that's a great question because everybody has seen this movie says, what do you got next? And right now, look, I'm just it's slow right now. I don't know. You're an actor. It's a little slow right now. At least it is in LA. So just waiting for that next audition. Yeah. Waiting for that next opportunity. I had a gentleman approach me recently that loves the film, that knows some people with some money, and I'm reading some scripts right now. I'm just putting some ducks in a row, and we're going into a meeting in a couple of weeks. This guy, used to be an exec over at Stars and over at Lionsgate. He took a liking to me, and he says, I know some people that might want to throw some money at your next project or projects. So let's sit down and see what they're looking for. So I have a bunch of scripts stacked up. I'm reading, and I'm going to go in and first of all see what they're looking for, see if we have something, and maybe we can make something happen. But I'm just out there like every other kind of character actor, just plugging away. And if this thing got me 10th banana on a series, that'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah. Any comedy shows coming up at all, or?
I don't have anything coming up right now. I was just at the Ice House a few months ago in Pasadena. I'd love to, when the weather breaks, come out there and hang out with you guys. And
Yeah,
and
we just got 5 inches of snow. So
yeah, I'm gonna wait. I've turned into a total wuss. I've been out here since 1988, and I don't miss shoveling it, babe. You know, it's like. But once your weather breaks, I think I might come out like in the fall, and maybe we can hang out and do some stand up.
I need to come to LA. I haven't been out to LA since 1993 or 4.
Well, I have a guest room. You're always welcome. I live in beautiful downtown Burbank.
Joe.
What?
I'll come with Joe.
Come with Joe. I mean, he came once. He came once. I had to beg, and now I can't get him to come out anymore. Both of you come out. Both of you come out.
Listen, I want to thank you for doing this. When you're in New York, hopefully I could get you to sit next to me. I appreciate it. I'm glad we figured out your cell phone is better than the laptop.
Well, I don't know what happened. It just went out. I don't know if we had a power surge. I don't know if we had a power surge or something.
You stay there. Don't go away. And I want to say, you stay right where you are. Carmine, thank you. I appreciate it. I want to thank everyone for watching Tea Time. Thank you for supporting me. And I will see you next week. Remember, tell everyone you love them. Ciao, everybody. Say goodnight.
Yeah. Good night. Ciao, Bella. Ciao, Bella.